We're here for episode 2 of our Paint the Town Red campaign, the Crimson Enlightenment. And in order for us to open up the campaign, we need to once again find out who has got what level of chaos and what level of pulse. And to explain what both of those things mean, pulse is a stat that our characters have that will tell you how alive they feel, how human they are. The higher it is, the more like a human they are. And their chaos, which is how feral they are and how more to being like a vampire or a monster they might be. So we're going to come back to Echo. First of all, Echo, can you roll me a d6, please?
2.
Okay, you are doing a household chore or a job or something. So what are you doing in this moment? We have started a new day. We finished off last time with you heading back to Ezra's home to get some more information from Beatrice. It's the next day. What are you doing?
I think I'm just sort of doing like general housekeeping. Just like making, I'm tidying up after myself. And I think back to what Beatrice said about usually you can feel when people are happy, like you can smell happiness and you can smell sadness, and you can't smell that at the moment. I'm thinking of that. I would like to see if I can, what's the mechanic called? There's a mechanic that for the stench of joy, I want to see if I can find the happiest person or the most alive person in the city.
Of course, you absolutely can. What does this look like as you try to do that?
So she's tidying her things, and she takes a moment and she remembers this, and she has the thought halfway through emotion. So she's like still got a cup in her hand that she's about to put down, and she places her other hand onto the table, so just so that her fingertips are on it, and she closes her eyes. And even though we don't have to breathe anymore, she still likes to breathe. She likes to feel the cold air. So she takes a deep breath and she exhales for slightly too long. And she just sort of reaches out to see if she can find whoever this person is and whatever they're doing.
You exhale and you get this overwhelming sensation, purely olfactory, so purely smell. You don't see someone, you don't hear anything, you just smell something, and you smell rot. You smell desiccation. You smell flesh burning. You cannot pinpoint the happiness or the sadness in Edinburgh.
Weird. So I think I lose a pulse for that. But I don't, if it works, so it's up to you.
I would say in this moment, because nothing has really been told, you don't get anything. No pulse has changed here.
Weird. She'll try again to try and find the saddest person, and I'm assuming it's the same.
As you breathe in and breathe out, you just hear a voice say, "What are you looking for, dear one?" Why are you trying to find me again? You lost me once, don't try and find me again.
I don't understand.
You recognize a voice that you have not heard in a long time.
Is it a woman's voice?
No, it's a man's voice.
I don't understand.
Stop looking for sadness and happiness and just try to find what's right for you.
But I don't know what's right for me.
You'll know it when you see it.
She's going to open her eyes and look around the place. And she's going to walk over to a corner of the room that's got a very small drawer. And she's going to pull it open. And in the drawer sits a flower, and I think she just stands and stares at it for a long time, trying to figure out what that meant and what that was.
We'll leave you gazing at this flower. Ezra, would you like to roll me a d6, please?
6.
A 6. Okay, so that is... you are fast asleep or otherwise resting.
Mm-hmm.
Would this be at home? Would this be behind the desk in a lecture theatre?
I don't really let my guard down at the university. People are coming in and out all the time, and I know that sleeping is a difficult place of vulnerability for vampires. And so I would sleep at home.
Okay, you are sleeping. And again, usually when you're sleeping, you might get a sense of joy or unhappiness or sadness within the city. And once again, nothing. You have a restful sleep. And that is odd. And suddenly you're shooken awake. And standing on your chest is a rat.
What the fuck do you want?
You're the lecturer, right?
That's right.
Mm.
And you?
Well, I'm the prince.
Which prince? I'm not gonna kiss you if that's what you want. Turn you back into whatever you were.
No.
Look for the bed table and set it down.
I'm the exiled heir. Prince of the sewers.
Exiled?
Exiled.
Do I know anything about the inner drama of the court of the sewers?
I was once royalty, you know. A prince of the sewers beneath this wretched city where we scurry in shadows and the stench of decay clings to every breath. My kingdom was vast, a labyrinth of filth and forgotten tunnels, but it was mine. And now I am nothing. Exiled, cast out by those I trusted, those I once called kin. They called me mad, A visionary, they said, but what's a madness to a rat who dreams of more than scraps? I sought to lead, to rise from the muck and claim what was ours by right. But no, they feared the light above, they feared change. And so, I was abandoned, left to rot in the dark. The city still looms above, a prison of stone and flesh, but I'll return. They think they've silenced me, but I am not so easily erased. In these tunnels, I learned the true nature of power, how to survive in a suffocating dark, how to cling to what little hope there is in this world of rot. One day, I'll crawl back up, and they'll see what they've made of me. But for now, I wait, and I watch, and nothing is forgotten. You may well know, that there is multiple claims to the rightful ownership and rule of the sewers of Edinburgh. The exiled air is one of those claims.
Isn't it a little dangerous for you to be in the city?
Well, I made my way here in ways that I shan't recall to pleasant company.
I'm not interested.
Good. I come to ask a favour. You're well respected within the city in terms of your teachings and bringing things out to wider society. And I need a propaganda campaign.
Come again?
I need you to spread the word that I am the rightful ruler of the sewers of Edinburgh.
Why do I care about that?
Because if one part of the city falls, it all falls. Haven't you felt the hum?
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just,
The door to your bedroom opens and Antonia walks in going,
Antonia,
I think
royalty. Fuck you.
I asked nicely.
Yeah, but sorry. 2,000 years of marriage. Okay. You are the second person who's approached for some favor or inquiry about this issue, and
Who else has been in touch about the sewers? Sorry.
the sewers, this hum. Sorry, I don't care about the sewers. I have no connection to the. If the sewers fall, I don't know that it matters that much for me. What matters is...
I'm sorry, haven't you been around since the Roman times? You understand the importance of a good aqueduct and the way that water flows through a city, and yet you sit there upon this throne of feathers and tell me that that's not important?
We got by before the fucking Romans came. But, put the past aside. What I don't understand is how your propaganda campaign connects to the health of the city in this particular way. Isn't that just a faction battle getting in the way? I have my own business to attend to. I have my own things in motion.
Well, the things that make their way into the sewers infect the sewers and infect the rest of the city. And it's a mess down there.
Oh.
The party to end all parties.
I know some people who would be interested in that.
Don't let them in. The things that are happening down there are far beyond the scope of any sort of mortal or undead mind. They say it's the party to euphoria. It's what they say it feels like. Whether it's the rats that I call my kin, or the ghouls that find themselves hidden in the darkest corners, they lust for it.
For euphoria.
For blood. For euphoria.
Don't we all lust for blood?
Not like this.
So something is wrong, and the way that you want me to help you with it is by embroiling myself in your political challenges.
I'm going to make it better, but only if I have support.
That's what they all say.
But I'm different.
Own research. That's what they all say. Let me do my research. How do I get back in touch with you?
Leave a bit of cheese out. Hey, stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason sometimes.
You said it.
Whilst I'm here, I'm looking for a drug dealer. And
A specific drug dealer?
a specific one.
Yes.
I've been told that he was involved in causing someone to leap to their death.
Word gets around, I guess.
Yeah, that was one of my guys.
Is he being hard to find?
Well, I can only come above ground for too long, and he's not someone that comes down to where I usually hang out. But I've now lost one of my guys, and that blood needs to be repaid.
Is he responsible for it?
As far as I'm told.
Did one of your guys...
He gave one of my guys drugs he should not have been taking. Do you know anyone like that?
He's under my protection.
Okay, we're at an impasse then. Do the propaganda, and I'll leave him alone.
Fuck you and all you royals.
You'll regret that.
Any Scotties? Antonia will open the door. Everything okay in here?
No, it's not okay. Politics. Real politics. Somehow scuttling in with the rats.
I'll fill up the traps, don't worry.
Do you know where you haven't seen Rami around?
I'm not sure that I have. Rami, roll me a d6, please. Where are you?
4.
Oh. You are alone now, and you're pretty sure they just broke up with you. But you're also not alone in this scene, because I'm sure you both have the exact same pulse and chaos, right? Michelle and Khalil?
I
My
have 7.
pulse. Yeah, my chaos is 7. My pulse is 1.
My pulse is 4.
Oh, okay, your pulse is out. Okay, no worries. You're alone then.
Rami is in a crowded room, but utterly alone. I haven't been a vampire for long, despite being born a long time ago. And so, this world I find myself in, this place, this time, is utterly alien. And it's been disorienting. So, I have fallen back on, old habits of decadence, hedonism, escapism. And the connection between me and what used to be my fellow humans, but are now just mortals, has been really degraded. And so, yes, I might have the odd dalliance, but it's more, it's not really anything physical, really. It's more like having a favorite toy, and Rami is, I'm adept at bringing out the more self-destructive parts of other people. And a lot of the time that means that my toys are kind of disposable, or they self-dispose after a certain point. But this one seems different. It was all going as it normally does. It was a lot of fun, and some scrapes and bumps along the way. The odd sip in the middle of the night.
As you're explaining this, a werewolf just go, you need to just fucking get over it, man.
Look, I am new here, okay? This is all a lot.
I know, but I just asked, how's your day? Jeez.
Well, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Is this a...
It's an Edinburgh thing. How's your day? Fine.
Well, my day's not bloody fine, is it?
Well, that's all you had to say about it. It's been alright. And that'd have been enough.
Well...
Just so you bring the mood down in the party. Jeez.
Look.
Do you want any of this?
Of course I do. And I take the pipe full of hashish and kind of pull out. It's a small kind of like almost like a little statuette of a jackal-headed figure. And I pop the top off and it's full of matches. Take one out, light it on the wall. Look, all I'm saying is, you didn't have to go getting a conscience or self-worth or whatever halfway through. You could have just waited till the end.
I could have, but it was a long story, and the nights are getting shorter, so just trying to just in the future, if anyone asks how's your day been and it's been shite, just say shite, and they'll accept it. If it's been good, don't overdo it, because then that's too much as well. It's a hard cultural line to draw, but just, it was good, or nah, it's been a bit crap. No one cares. No one cares.
Shite.
Perfect. And he will take the pipe back from you, and you'll see that sitting down on the other side, here in the flesh market, is Morag Bane. Michelle, could you roll a d6 for me, please?
5.
The dog looks at you again and says, "Really, Vary? 2 buildings in 2 days? This is as you're lying in the ashes of a burnt down building."
Well, didn't you like the smells when all of the baked goods started to heat up?
Why would you do that to a croissant? They usually would, like, I remember, like, they used to throw these rolls out for me, and now these are gone from just soft and crispy, and that one's well fired.
I understand that it feels strange to you, but believe me, there's such a delight. I know, I can remember, I can feel it on the tip of something in my mind. That there is such emotion to be had, and I'm sure it starts with a bakery alight. I'm sure of it. Yeah, but no, you're right. This one wasn't quite the same. I'll find you somewhere else to throw out rolls.
They don't like me coming around normally, but this place did. It took a lot of time to build up that trust.
Look, at least we got a snack out of it. And she picks up the arm that she's been chewing on and takes another bite.
You feel that euphoria if you take a bite out of that.
Okay. It's a little overly burned, but it is good.
You're not yourself when you're taking that.
Have you ever seen yourself when you get hold of a link of sausages? You're not yourself either.
I'm a dog, though. That's just what we're like.
That's your excuse for everything.
I'm a dog. That's just what I'm like.
Hey, exactly. Look, do you want some of the arm or not?
No, I don't think I want to touch that. You're not. I don't like how you are when you're having that.
I like how I am when I'm having this. This is the
I
most
know.
me I've felt in a very long time.
I don't.
Bobby.
No, you're scaring me a little.
Yeah, I'm scary. I'm a fucking vampire.
Not to me. Not normally.
Does it bring you pleasure being pathetic? Or does it just come naturally?
I thought you were my friend.
I'm your friend. Friends tell the truth to each other, and you're being kind of a killjoy, and that's the truth you need to hear.
You burnt down a bakery. That's not right. And you don't... I've been nothing but kind to you. I might be a little misguided, but I've never done anything wrong.
I did not know it was a special bakery to you.
No, not about that, but just the way you just spoke to me. That's not... You can't treat people like that.
What do you know? What do you know about what's right, Bobby? Huh? What do you mean right? What is right to an eternal fucking being?
Just trying to feel something and not feel like this.
I am trying to feel something. I am trying. This makes me feel something. But you don't like that. It's not the right thing to feel. You, the arbiter of the emotions I'm allowed to experience, don't like how I feel when I feel this.
You're a bad dog.
I remember trying to be better, and I remember being much, much, much worse, and I remember everything in between. So, trust me when I say there's no right way to be, there's just the way you are now.
That's not true.
Go beg at a kitchen door and stop wasting my time with your moralizing.
He's going to piss on your shoe.
For fuck's sake!
Have a good day, you prick.
Don't you fucking call me a prick. Don't you put me...
He runs.
Stupid creature. She goes back to eating.
And as all of these scenes come to an end, we'll open back up in the flesh market, where Rami was sitting, speaking to a werewolf. Morag Bain sat down on the other side, as our other three also arrive in this space, having been told by Beatrice that there might be some information that Morag has. At least that's what the rat told him.
For context, the flesh market,
Mm-hmm.
what would we know about it as a place?
Yeah. So the flesh market, historically, was a kind of cattle selling market. This version of the flesh market has that, but it also has a behind the scenes place where you can buy just about anything. And that is where the undead linger. And I think we've got another question as well from Echo.
In the time between being stood staring at a flower and getting here, can I say that I've used one of my powers of, is it power of undead?
Mm-hmm.
Just because I think that affects it affects something.
Yep.
Nobody
what
else
was
saw
the-
it.
No one else saw it. Are you doing it at home?
I'm doing it at home. I'm going to go look in the mirror.
Okay. And what are you doing?
So I am, what's it called? Face stealer?
Mm-hmm.
Face stealer. So I am going to look in the mirror and make myself look like Narcissus and just stare at it. And then try
Okay.
and reach out for happiness a couple more times.
Oh, right, okay. Do you maintain that look, or is it just during the stench?
So I do that. I stare in the mirror. I hold it for one of reaching out for the stench, which I'm assuming like doesn't really work. Then I drop it. Then I do it like 3 more times. Not making myself look like it. Reaching out for happiness again, and then. So
Okay.
if when I leave, I look like me, but I still
Okay.
think it does.
You spend a pulse in order to use that. No one sees it, so nothing happens in that regard. So you don't need to stop any sort of mortal seeing what you've done. Are there any other bits of information around that one that we might need to resolve? I don't think there are.
I don't think so. I just knew that it affected my pulse, so I thought I should.
Yeah.
Mention.
You try to reach out for happiness, nothing happens. And you arrive at the flesh market looking like yourself.
Give myself a chaos. Can I willingly go up one in chaos?
You can do something chaotic in order to get that chaos, absolutely.
Okay.
So you can You can allow a mortal to see your power of undeath. You can indulge your passion, or you can do a downtime action, but probably not that right now. So I'd say that indulging your passion might be the way to do that.
Well, I've left to go on a hunt for Rami, which is where I'm going to end up anyway. So
Perfect.
And when you find him, you'll probably find him at the flesh market, probably somewhere between cruising and shopping for a mortal to replace the one that he lost.
Okay, you are able to find anyone you like. Gender or age, there are lots of different mortals here if you're looking for someone specific. Or are you just going to grab the first person you see?
I'm gonna go for the person who looks the most fun, because it seems like something is afoot, and also having had that kind of deadline reminder from Anubis, I know I'm gonna have to straighten up and actually get some stuff done soon. So I just want to have one last blowout. So I'm gonna look for the person who seems the most chaotic.
There's a man playing a fiddle, really out of tune.
I'm going to. I'm gonna toss him a coin. That is like significantly more than you would normally toss to someone just playing the fiddle in a bar.
He looks at it land into his cap on the floor and will immediately stop and go, "Are you trying to get me killed? That's too much. Someone will try and take that. Come on."
Well, why don't you break it into smaller by buying me a drink? How about that?
Okay, that I can do. He will look to everyone who's enjoying his out of tune fiddling, but I'll be back, just gonna go and grab a simple drink. Pull up all the coin, put his cap back on. This man's bedraggled looking. He looks a little bit like a rag and bone man that you might see, so but lots of kind of draping rags and no shoes. Puts the fiddle on his back in the case and a drink then.
Yes, I'll have whatever you're having.
I'll take an ale.
Smashing. And long night? You're gonna be fiddling the whole evening?
Just until I made enough, and then I'd be on my way to somewhere to sleep for the evening, and I think I've made enough. It's
indefinitely. So if someone wanted to hear you play all night,
I mean, I could be paid to do that, absolutely. Are you offering?
Well, and I slide another substantial coin over, and I will unstop a little vial from inside my jacket, and I will tap out onto the coin a little line of white powder.
Echo, you see this happen as Ezra and Mhairi also arrive in this space at the same time.
I'm going to walk over.
Oh, Echo, hi. Do you want some too?
Yes.
Okay, wasn't expecting that answer. Okay, we're having a party. Nice. And I put out 2 more lines next to the one that I made for the fiddler.
Okay, sure. This is a party. I wasn't expecting this, of course.
I hand him it's a soapstone tube, so kind of carved smooth stone, but like a hollow kept you about that long.
Mm-hmm.
I say. Oh, before you go, and he's like just going down to the line. Say, up. You play all night, no stopping. No stopping.
This will help me do that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sure.
If you stop, I'm coming for this coin.
Ezra. Oh, I think you're muted, sorry.
I would intercede at this moment. Ezra would sort of come to the table and put two hands on either side of the lines, in between you, and just sort of stand at the table in between. Another party night you've got going on here.
Ezra. I presume you don't want some.
No, we have work to do.
Yes, I know. Just, I got broken up with just about an hour ago, and...
Hold on. Turns to the fiddler. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience, my good man. We are on a business meeting right now, and my colleague here, I left him waiting too long and he got bored. Please, carry on with your evening.
Can I take this?
Be my guest.
He will take the coin, loaded up with powder, and just turn and walk away.
I lock eye contact with him, and behind Ezra's back, I mouth, "Night, no stopping."
Oh, okay. He will head on. He will take that, and he will play all night. And because of that, you will indulge your passion. But also because I believe Echo indulged in that too, you both are able to take extra pulse and extra chaos of a value up to the amount of other characters indulging. So you get 2 pulse and 2 chaos for doing that. As that happens and as they walk away, Mhairi, you're just gonna have someone walk in front of you as you walk into this market, saying, "Is he causing trouble yet again in my market?" As you see Morag Bane standing in front of you and pointing towards Rami.
He's just here to have fun.
I know, but that's a perfectly good fiddler. Keeps people entertained, stops people from lifting things that are not their own. And I don't know if his heart will last the night.
Morag, he's fucking shite.
I don't care if he's shite. It's that he plays a tune. And it keeps people entertained.
I'll tell you what, if he dies, then I will play shite instead to make up for it. How's that for you?
Fine. I'll hold you to that. By the way, I've had some rats in asking about him as well.
I am not my colleague's keeper, Morag.
It's not a keeper thing, it's more just could cause you trouble.
Yes, well, unfortunately, they do tend to cause trouble, but I'm in a good mood today, so...
For once. What brings you here?
Boredom. Someone told me that you knew something about the city being wrong in some way.
She, you just watched a kind of blue screen as her face kind of washes over as she realizes what you just said. No, none. No.
Don't fucking lie to me, Maura.
What are you talking? What are you talking about?
You know.
No idea what you're on about. I think you've had one too many.
I get very close to Morag, and I show my teeth, and I lay a hand on her shoulder.
I've got those too. Don't worry, you're not scary.
I'm very scary. Because I'm feeling bloodlust like I haven't felt in a very long time, Laura.
And you'll feel a hand on your shoulder from behind. Let go of Madam Bane, if you wouldn't mind. And there's just this 7-foot tall bald individual with a beefy hand on your shoulder.
You're very big.
I'm going to give you one chance.
Oh, fucking fine. But Morag, don't waste my time. I came to your shitty little hangout. What's going on? Come on. Come on.
You're going to have to leave.
I don't want to.
The guy behind is going to try to move you. Physically remove you from the space.
I spin around and slash him across the face with my nails.
Okay, so there are a couple of options here that you could eat some fucker alive or have a good old-fashioned brawl, or some cheap tricks. You could choose to be beaten up as well. There are options for that. The eat some fucker alive is a savagery roll, as well as a good old-fashioned brawl, or cheap tricks would be a duplicity roll. They have different things that can happen.
I think this is cheap tricks. He's far too big for her to take on an even footing, even. So she's trying to just take him by surprise.
Okay, perfect. I would like you then, please, to roll me duplicity to try and take him by surprise.
Okay. Ooh, that is 7 + 1, 8.
8. So that would be a failure. If you fail, you lose, get beaten up, and whatever trick you deployed doesn't work. Would you like to try and get the blood rushing?
Can I get the blood running and just reroll one of them, or do I have to reroll both?
I think we'll do one of them. That's fine.
Okay, that puts me up to a 9.
A 9. So a 9 is a success. You win this fight, you gain no chaos. The undead you're fighting are hurt but not flatlined. So they're not currently going to die at this point. But you turn around, describe what you do for me.
Turn around and I slash across the face with my fingernails. And in that moment of surprise, just barrel directly into this guy because he's so much bigger, his center of gravity is higher, that just knocks him flying.
He lands like directly into a stall that is cooking a huge vat of soup, and the soup tips over and splashes itself onto the floor. Your screams go up. Morag will be like, all right, okay.
Do you want me to keep fucking up your party, or do you want to play nice?
No, right, fine. Don't hurt him again. What do you want to know?
I want to know what's going on that's sending fucking weirdos bothering all my friends so we have to do errands all day instead of having fun.
Quick question. Given that we're waiting for Mhairi, do we see this happening and can we move over there, or at least...
You see it all. There's this huge commotion from this huge man falling over, this large vat falling, and people screaming.
God damn it, Mhairi.
You sort of run over.
I'm watching and considering taking bets, but it's over too quickly.
And what was it that you had said, Mhairi?
I said I want to know what's going on that's sending fucking weirdos after my friends, so we have to run errands.
Right, well, I guess if you're here asking questions, you've already figured something's going on. I can't... They'll fucking come after me, Mhairi. And...
If it helps, Beatrice sent us.
Who the fuck is Beatrice?
Oh, thought that might be a friend of yours.
That was worth a try.
No fucking...
Fucking rat nobility faction people are coming after us too.
Do you see what I mean? Fucking weirdos.
I'm sure it doesn't help, but you also can't find any of the happy people here, and you can't find any of the sad people here, and it doesn't matter how many times you try and reach out, you're never gonna find them. So we should probably find a way of fixing that, and apparently you know things, so it probably doesn't help, but maybe you can help, and I think you should.
So that's why he broke up with me. I knew it wasn't me.
Do you see, Morag, how annoying this is? I want it to be over. Please give me information.
Right, it's been doing my fucking nutting as well. How have you been feeling when you've been indulging?
Oh, fucking amazing, mate.
Right? Isn't that weird? There used to be mourning and blood. Reverence. Now all it tastes like is sugar and screaming.
I've always thought that this place has, and this time, has no respect for human life. Where I come from, we revere it. Even when it's over.
I've been getting. They say they're paying me, but they're forcing me to just slip something into the occasional drink. I have no idea what it is.
Who has been forcing you?
It wasn't me.
Kicker. I have no fucking clue. All I know, and like, she'll look into her pocket and be like, it looks like this, and there's like a little vial upon which there's a sigil of a leech.
Is there something in the vial?
It's empty.
Have you got any full ones?
There may be an opportunity to pick some up. Like, there's a meeting point that you could go to, but like that. This is like second death for me. Just telling you, this is enough for that.
We're very subtle people.
I can see that as her bodyguard gets up.
He'll be
Morag.
fine.
You're not to compliment you by accident, but you're a fairly influential person. What are you so fucking scared of then? What can they do to you, eh?
Come with me. And she'll take you back to where her office space is. And through past those kind of like hanging slats that you would find in a butchery that separate two different rooms, and lying on a table there is just what looks to be like a young man, but is a vampire, you all recognize, and see that filling his chest and his mouth are two different substances. Growing out a bush of holly, and filling his chest far too many bells.
Wait, just listen. You kill me now, sure. Sends a message, big, bold, bloody, but that message will fade. Fear fades. You spill my guts on this floor, and in a week you're going to be chased the next rat with a badge. It's never going to end. But if you let me live, I'll become something else. A reminder. A mouth that speaks your name with dread in every alley. Let me crawl back to them, broken, marked, owned even. Just let them see what you did and know exactly how close they are to the edge. You don't need to make me a corpse. Please, use me. Don't kill me. Please, no. No!
Morag, why do you have
That's
a
what they'll
in your
fucking
office?
do. That's one of my boys. They did this as a do it or else sort of message. I can't bring myself to get fucking rid of him.
They killed him twice. With 2 Banes.
We pulled him out of the river.
You pulled him out of the river. They got him 3 times. It's unusual. Can we take it back to the anatomy department first? Business before pleasure.
Well, I can't keep him here any longer. Just someone fucking take him, please.
And I'm an expert embalmer. So don't worry, we can get all these taken out and replaced with some fragrant oils, maybe some tree resins. You know,
It doesn't matter anymore. Just
Oh, it matters. If you've met who I've met, you know it matters how you are after you die.
This isn't the only threat that I've seen today. And Ezra looks directly at Rami. The someone who you indulged in recently, I guess somehow there were connections to the Kingdom of the Sewer and their particular political whatevers, and someone is gunning for you.
For me, I didn't do anything. Oh, okay. Sorry. Force of habit. But who's coming after me? I mean, I'm hoping not to be here for too long, so hopefully I can just get out ahead of them. But
Well,
Wait, you're leaving us?
well, it's think of it not as leaving you, more as returning home.
you're going back to Egypt?
But I thought we were supposed to be friends.
We are, Echo, and Ezra, no. Well, maybe. It's complicated. You saw me when I woke up. I was a husk, literally a husk.
Yes.
I hadn't seen light. I hadn't seen anything. I hadn't been anything in over 3,000 years. Can you imagine how disjointing that is? I'm trying my best to understand this place, this time. You've seen me. I don't fit in, and I need to find whoever disturbed my rest. And part of that is because I would like to hurt them a little, a lot, and part of that is they have something I need. My scarab is gone. My heart is gone. I can't get into the afterlife without it. I know we all have experienced death and undeath differently, but you haven't seen what I've seen. You haven't been in Osiris's court. It is home. And
Look,
you three are very dear to me. Sure, and
I don't
this
care about
city,
you.
I know,
It-
and that's part of why I
it
like.
means she cares about you. That she's going to tell you something like that. I think what's more important is something is brewing right now, and reaching for an afterlife or following our passions or what. I had a dream. I had a sleep with no dream, with no emotion, with no touching of the mortal mind for the first time in 2,000 years. Something is happening here. Beatrice, whoever that is, Antonia, the prince, the exiled prince of the sewer kingdom, woke me up sitting on my chest this morning, told me something was happening also told me that you fucked up one of his people and he's coming after you. So I told him to fuck off. So we might have some problems.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Which is a problem because I have a good thing going here.
I'm sorry.
We all have a thing here. Everyone does, and something is happening. And it's slipping away.
Look, let's look. A lot of monologues going on here. A lot of deep thoughts going on here. All right, now listen, Morag isn't wrong. Rami's not wrong that there were times of burning pyres and boats pushed out to sea with rocks to make them sink, and there were times of embalming and laying in giant monuments, and now there are times of shallow graves that don't stay covered in mud for long. No thanks to ourselves. And there are times of fucking our people with bushes growing out of their mouths. And that's a bit fucked up. The lack of respect for death. But I really struggle to see why we should respect the thing that has the four of us, and Morag too, all of us, stuck in this fucking hellscape. So if Rami wants to find a way to go back, good on him. And if I want to find a way to feel good, good on me. So I don't see why we should be stopping this, because this blood thing is fantastic.
But it's affecting other people. Do you not want to see any of the happiness in the city?
What fucking good does it do me to see happiness when I feel none of it myself?
You can have a heart and feel it for other people.
I grab Echo's hand and I place it on the pulse point on my wrist. What heart are you talking about?
Technically,
He's
you
gonna
do
do the
have a
same.
heart in there. The only one of us who probably doesn't have a heart is Rami here.
I pull open my shirt and there's like a big like suture mark all the way down the chest.
Sorry, I hate to be pedantic, but
You love to be pedantic.
I love to be pedantic. Oh, if only it was one of my passions.
I don't see why we should stop the blood tasting good. It's good to feel good. It's been a while since I felt good.
Because there's nothing in it. Are you getting anything from it?
I mean, I pissed off my dog friend. I don't know if that was directly related.
That's very sad. I mean it. I truly mean it. That is very sad.
And look, I'm sorry. I know I've been stirring things up a little. Trying to adjust. Please let me make it up to you. I will help with whatever benevolent quest we're on, and then I'm going to find this archaeologist, something, the demon who disturbed my rest, and I will have my vengeance.
Fine. Good. It's fine.
Look,
Fine.
what else have we got on?
Very little, in fairness.
What are we going to do? Hang out at the Institute?
I
That place smells funny.
felt like a shot across my bow.
Oh, no. Sorry. It's just, I'm used to places of death smelling better. Look, I'm just saying, we could get some incense, we could get some waxes,
Rami,
maybe
you do what
freshen
you
the
want.
place up a little.
I didn't invent science.
But a canoptic jar kill you.
Echo. Whilst this conversation's going on, looking back out into the main part of the flesh market, you just see a familiar face. Watching.
Which familiar face?
wearing a mask.
I'm gonna not say anything, but I'm just gonna like walk out the room towards them.
And she will just kind of wave and leave.
I'm gonna follow her.
Great. Echo leaves. You don't notice. None of you notice.
Or we do notice, but it's so normal.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
So
I wasn't being particularly sneaky about it.
Right,
This
well,
is-
we'll take this body. We'll get some coin for it at least.
Echo, you take the ankles. But where's Echo?
I was thinking it was quieter in here. Anyway.
Can I just say something? This is not some grand benevolent quest to save the world or anything like this, or even Edinburgh. This is so that we can get by and have our unlife, whatever it is that we do. It is not there. It's something something is falling apart in the unlife.
You are a very convincing speaker, Ezra. I see why my sixth wife joined your cult. When you put it that way, fine, I'll help.
Fantastic companionship out of it.
Yeah,
Even
no.
Ezra is saying we should stay put and stick it out rather than hop off to another city.
I'm not done here. I have a good thing going.
All right, well, we have this thing with this symbol. Where are we supposed to go from there?
Morag, where was the pickup?
If you head to Morningside, there is a house on the edge of town. I'm unaware of who lives there, but that is where my guys would go, and a box would be left outside. Inside the box, a bunch of these vials. It's usually filled with a kind of black, sticky liquid. And we just top up drinks that we serve here at the market, and it seems to make its way out.
Morag, one question. Has this started because of this? Do the effects that we're all experiencing line up with when you started this?
I think so.
Ezra is going to take Morag's shirt and just sort of like wrap it. How could you? How could you?
I mean, like, look what they did. I had no choice.
You could kill all of us.
I know.
Coward.
To fall onto the floor. I will never be able to live with myself. Please stop it.
Hopefully we can fix this.
Give my boy a good send-off.
We will.
He's in good hands. You get the ankles? Let's find Echo.
As we're heading out, I'll turn to look at Morag, and for just a moment, I have the face of the boy of hers who was killed. And I wink.
She will just, look at you for a second. Or realise what she's looking at. Begin to weep.
Ah.
Out in the streets of Edinburgh, walking with Beatrice, Echo. Your friends are doing a good job finding out the next step in that investigation. What did you find out?
Have you ever loved anyone?
I have.
When?
Around 752 years, 9 months, 18 days, and about 39 minutes was when it started.
That's quite specific.
You don't forget those things, right?
Right. And did they love you?
No.
Right.
Did they love you? The one that you loved? It's written all over your face, Echo.
I've loved a lot of people.
Did they love you?
I don't think any of them did.
Who could?
No.
She follows me still, that voice without a soul. A name that's barely more than wind. She doesn't speak, she repeats. A mirror without form, a shadow without shape. They say she loves me, but how? How can you love what you do not see, what you do not touch? She only gives back what I've already spoken, as if my words were worth repeating, as if she has nothing of her own. Is that love? No fire, no wit, no will, only a mouth that mimics, a heart that clings to what it cannot understand. She says my name like a prayer, but I hear no adoration in it. Only hunger, empty. She loves not me, but the sound of me, the shape of me. And yet, how strange, how cruel, that even a voice like hers should chase me when I chase nothing but this reflection. Maybe that's what love is. Longing for what will never reach back.
She just stands there for a bit. And then she's going to head to whatever looks like the closest pub or like dive or club.
Beatrice will not follow as they walk away, seemingly a little disappointed. You head into a pub close by. It's busy, it's rowdy.
Is there anyone sitting alone?
No. Everyone looks to be happy here.
She turns around and leaves and just starts vaguely wandering back towards where everyone was.
As you head back out into the street, as you open that door, you are just going to watch as a hand comes over your face. Everything goes dark.
Can I try and get them off?
You can try, absolutely. You can roll me either, that is going to be the cheap tricks, a good old-fashioned brawl, eat some fucker alive, or de-escalate the situation.
I want to bite their hand, but I don't know what that would fall under. Because I don't want to actually start a fight, because I don't think she can take whoever this is who's about to take her. But the instinct was I'm going to bite their hand.
Biting the hand
Which is
feels like a cheap
potentially
trick.
eat this fucker alive, or it's a cheap trick.
I think it's a cheap trick. It's a cheap trick, I would say. So you're rolling duplicity.
I don't want to roll duplicity. I'm no good at that. Ooh, 11. I'm really good at that.
Okay, absolutely. You bite into their hand, and they will pull away. Do you stay? Do you run?
Are they mortal or are they undead?
No, this is an undead individual.
I'm gonna sort of move to run away, but I want to look at them first. Like I want to see what they look like.
You see a familiar face.
Who?
Someone you've not seen in a long time, whose voice you heard recently.
I'm gonna turn around and fall to my knees and just stare.
They just smile. They don't say anything. And then you'll feel another pair of hands grab your shoulders, throw you over theirs, and start to walk.
I think for a moment she's really stunned, and after a couple of steps, she's just gonna go insane and start trying to rip herself away from this person.
Okay. You can do me eat some fucker alive or a good old-fashioned brawl in that case.
I don't think it's an old-fashioned brawl because that sounds too.
2 fisticuffs. So yeah, eat some fucker alive.
What's that?
Savagery. Yes.
Oh, bad. 7, but I will get the blood flowing to try and roll again.
Okay.
Can I keep one of my dice?
Yes. I'm assuming it's a 6 or a 5.
I rolled the same thing.
Okay.
My chaos goes up.
You lose 3 plus D3 pulse.
It's bad.
3 plus 3. 3 plus 3.
So roll me a
A D6.
Yeah, roll me a D6 and it's half.
3.
3 plus 3, so you lose 6 pulse and gain 3 chaos.
Oh dear.
What is your pulse currently?
Me.
Welcome to the low pulse,
One.
high chaos.
1. And what's your chaos on?
7.
7. You fail, you lose the fight and get absolutely destroyed as they wander off, holding you tight as you tried to get
I
out of
am
the situation.
screaming loudly. I am making as much noise and as much of a fuss as possible.
Perfect. Okay. From the rooftop, an individual watches what happens.
Fuck off.
I think as our talk with Morag finishes and we're getting ready to go, I turn to everyone and I say, with a note of urgency in my voice, we should find Echo. And then we hear,
Those screams.
like blocks away, screams.
Yep, we should find Echo. Should we stash this fellow? And I think, yeah, we just we probably
already
stash
running.
the body with the holly tree growing out of it, like in a nearby alley. We're back for you later.
I don't. Someone's finally dealt with Echo for us. Why do we have to?
I'm feeling like it's the right thing to do, and I'm already starting to run.
Okay. Where do you leave this body specifically?
I mean, I don't know if Vari, like, I don't know if you do abandon the body or not.
I think Vari has little places that she hides bodies around the city, and I think that she has one nearby. Maybe it's a sort of sewer grate or something, or some kind of corner that she just kind of squirrels it away in.
I'm going to say it's a sewer grate. Can you make me a duplicity roll, please?
Yes. As soon as I said sewer grate, I was like, I just handed you that on a silver platter. That's a 10 plus 11.
Okay. You're able to successfully put this body into a sewer grate. And running after Ezra and Rami in the direction of where Echo has gone.
She's making a point of looking like she's not running, but she doesn't want to miss out on the fun, so she's kind of fast.
Okay, amazing. Unbeknownst to you, underneath the sewer grate, the body gets dragged down. If you come back for it, maybe. What are you all doing? You're running in the direction of these sounds.
Is there do we need to search or like do any sort of thing to get there quickly or?
This sound is quite strong. You would be able to find it quite easily. You wouldn't need to roll anything. So it would just be around, I would say, savagery in order, I'm going to say, as a stat roll to get there in time.
Okay.
You can all do it, and we'll do like a kind of group check.
I got 7.
I got a 9.
Okay, 2 successes will do, and because you're just walking or looking like you're walking, you perhaps need to take a moment to figure out where people actually went. But Rami and Ezra, you're able to catch up to where this large vampire is carrying Echo, who is screaming, with another individual walking ahead. No one is like taking any notice. People are just allowing it to happen.
I'm just gonna shout, "Put her down or I'll rip your fucking head off."
Okay. The guy who's carrying her will place her on the ground and turn to look at you.
I'm immediately going to start. If he's let go of me, I'm running towards them.
Okay. You can run towards them, and this guy like just has claws out on his hands. Fucking come on then.
All right, I'm gonna eat some fucker alive.
Perfect.
I would, but I'm about to die.
That's a 9.
That is a success. Yes. You win this fight, so you're gonna gain 3 plus D3 chaos. And this individual is going to be flatlined. So
plus D3 chaos.
Yes.
I gain 7 chaos.
7 chaos.
No, wait, not 7. I gain. I gain 5 chaos.
5 chaos. Amazing. Still a lot of chaos to get. Okay.
7 crew. Are we all at 7 chaos now?
I'm at 9.
Oh, I'm at 9 too as well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying. Okay.
You swipe into. Well, explain to me, how do you take this guy down then?
Yeah, I mean, I assume this is a vampire, so I cannot actually kill him in this moment. I'm not aiming to, but his head is not really on his body anymore. I did as I said I was going to.
Okay.
Just like brutally, take him down, and then it's hanging on. I'm an anatomy professor. I know how to make sure he can walk away from this eventually. And I just sort of dump the body. There was a second person, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've run to Rami and I've thrown my arms around him and I'm holding on very tightly.
Yeah, I was going to say, as Echo starts running towards us, like, Rami is, like, getting ready, like, with his, like, arms open, like, ready to receive that and kind of take you into an embrace. Like, it's okay. We're here. Even Vari's coming, I think. But don't worry, she's behind.
I think, like, you hear from the end of the street, Vari being like, "Oh, I missed it!" And she sees the head hanging off the guy.
There's still one more!
And if you're looking ahead, Ezra, you'll be looking at the face of Antonia.
Antonia, what is the meaning of this?
This is just the next steps, the natural next thing we need to do.
Can I see him speaking to this person and that he's just called her Antonia?
You see Narcissus.
I'm gonna sort of detangle myself from Rami and sort of head towards Ezra and take his hand.
Where you...
That's not. I don't know what's going on, but it's not her, and it's not him, and it's somebody that they look like other people, but not the way that we can look like other people. But I don't know who that is anymore.
Who do I see, Sam?
Who do you love most in the world?
My love, who is part of the reason that I was killed in the first place. He survived. I didn't. And in all my years in the afterlife, I haven't been able to find him.
He smiles. Mhairi, you catch up. You see a man with no face.
What are we doing? Why are we all staring at this guy?
The fuck is this? Who are you? Antonia, what's going on?
No, but it's not her.
No, both of you shut up.
No, because it's not them, and they're trying to trick us, and they're gonna try and separate us, and it's not them. It can't be, because
No, my love, just follow me, it's fine.
no.
How did you...
Ezra takes a step forward.
No, you can't, please don't, you can't, you can't, because it's not them, it's not.
What the fuck is going on? What is wrong with you three?
I've been
It's
looking
no one.
for that man for 3,000 years.
It's not who you think it is.
Are we aware of the other things going on? Are we able to try to catch the spell that's being woven here, or are we caught in it?
You would be able to if you feel like individually your calm emotion in this moment. I'd say if your chaos is higher, probably not.
My chaos just jacked up.
So probably not. The only one here that I think that probably understands because you're seeing no face is Mhairi.
Will you three stop fucking ignoring me? Why are you all crying over a no one? It's no one. So she's gonna walk forward, and she's gonna attack the figure.
Sacrament, no!
Okay. How would you like to do this, Mhairi?
She will pull out those fingernails like claws,
Mm-hmm.
bare her teeth, and she will just leap and go for the neck with the teeth.
Okay. So that would be an eat some fucker alive. Roll savagery, please.
As she's leaping, Rami is screaming.
That would be 7, which I'm not happy with, so I'm gonna get the blood running to try again.
Cool. Before you tell us that result,
Mm-hmm.
Rami, do you respond to what Mhairi is doing?
I think... I'm transfixed by surprise and shock initially, and I think maybe I have the not presence of mind, but I snap myself out enough to maybe jump after her, but after she has already leapt. So there's no way I'm going to intercept, but I'm like a second or something behind.
Perfect. What was your second result?
I got a 2 in savagery. 9.
9. Okay. You win this fight. You gain 3 plus D3 chaos.
Jesus.
3 plus. Okay. That's 6 chaos.
So you're at 15.
I'm at 16 because I got the
16.
blood running, which gives you a chaos, I believe.
Absolutely, yeah. You will explain exactly how you do this. Then you swipe these claws across. But what does it look like?
I swipe my claws, I dig them in, I go to bite. I don't go for the jugular, I go for the carotid. That's an artery. It shoots blood across my face as I continue to maul. And I look into that face, that nothing. And I hate it. I hate that nothingness. And I slash my claws across it again and again to destroy it and drink all the blood that I can.
This individual is left as nothing more than a bloody paste on the floor.
And I stand up with blood across my face. And I turn and I say, well, now you can stop ignoring me. What the fuck was going on there?
At last, the dust yields its truth. Beneath this wretched earth lies not ruin, but revelation. For centuries, fools misnamed it a curse, but I see it now. Salvation buried in stone. One more layer, one more breath, and the gate will open. They called me mad. They begged me to stop. But soon they'll beg me for mercy.
As we come to the end of this session, we do need to resolve who has the highest chaos in the group. And I think it's Mhairi, right? So, Michelle, if you could roll me a d8 if you have one available.
Always. D8. That is 7.
7. Okay. Perfect. Later tonight, after this day ends, someone arrives at Ezra's door.
Why me?
As the individual who had been watching from rooftops comes a knocking. Ezra's not home. Only Antonia is.
Fuck.
And Ezra, your chaos increases by d3.
Just one.
We'll see you next time, folks.
Oh my god, no, I don't. No.